Hi everyone, it's the 11th of May, Sunday. Did all the filling of the holes on the deck today. We were supposed to have no rain from today until Tuesday night, but we've had a couple of little scattered showers today, so the forecast wasn't 100% right, but it's given me enough time to get everything done. So as you know, 700 plus screw holes in there, and then there was God knows how many, couple of hundred nail holes, because this decking was originally nailed down to a wooden frame. It wasn't screwed down like I've screwed it. So anyway, that's a bit of a look at the top of it. Haven't done any of the sides yet. I'll do that at another time, but I've only just finished it, so as you can see, we've got some darker patches there where the fill is thicker. I've just grabbed a scourer sponge and some water, and I've just had a bit of a go here, just wiping it back, especially on the nail holes, and I've just discovered I've missed two there, so it's a good thing I shot the video, hey? But the rest of these nail holes have come up pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with it. It's not going to require sanding. It's a water-based filler that I'm using. So yeah, just clean up in water. I use this stuff a lot. I actually really like it. It's, I think I've pointed it out before. It's Timbermate. This one's actually a Jarrah. I did a Google search to try and find the best colour for Merbau, and there is some companies that sell Jarrah slash Merbau, but Timbermate just labels it as Jarrah. So I figured that was good enough, and that one little pot is nearly done. Well, yeah, just about nearly done the entire deck. I should have enough left in there to do all the sides, and any other little repairs that I might need to do if I sort of wipe it down a little bit too hard. There's going to be some screws that are going to be seen. Just unfortunate we weren't able to drive them in deep enough for one reason or another. You'll see here, no matter what I do, I just can't. I can't screw them in anymore. I risk snapping them. I can't fill them. So I might even paint them. I might just get some brown paint and just paint them to hide them. I do have something very similar in colour to what this decking colour is in the shed. So yeah, there's only going to be a few, so you're not really going to notice it over the area of the whole deck. But yeah, we're getting there. A lot of holes. So this is our bad section, as you know. This is where all the boards sort of ran too short, and I ended up joining them right over the framework there, so I could screw both sides of each piece down to the frame. But this is where the hot tub's sitting, so you won't see that, and the rest of it's not too bad. I'm sick of the rain though, because I just sand it back and I get that really nice orange colour, and then we get a downpour of rain, and then it starts to turn grey again. It's not grey now, it's brown, but it's not that really bright orange that it was. So yeah, I need a couple of days of good weather. Ready to run over the top of it with maybe some 120. Do any little repairs that the 120 might strip out, and then just wipe that down with a sponge and then let it dry off and then seal it, and we'll be done. So yeah, another job I'm going to do, I'm going to measure up today for it, is just here. I used to have some gates. You can see these old paint marks that I've got to get off with some hydrochloric acid, but I used to have a nice set of gates here. And when the house fell into the hole and the contractors came in, we had to remove the gates and in order to underpin the house and whatever else, and then the concreters came in and concreted, but the contractors, they were on site, never reinstalled the gates, and they were leaned up against the garage before this extension was put on. They'd leaned them up against there when they took them out, and they forgot to put them back in, and they never went back in. So at the time I was strapped for cash, so I ended up selling them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put a sliding gate on here. I've got enough wall space here that I can actually run a sliding gate right across here. I think it ends up, I haven't put a string line on it though, but when you actually come across, I think it ends up finishing here, about here on this crack, because I was siding it through with my eye. So my bins will still be on that side of the gate, and there's still enough room to get a car between the gate here and the garage, should I need to park something in here. But I just want a little bit of security for my backyard, because anybody can just walk through. So yeah, I'm going to put a sliding gate on here, some tracks and rollers and all that sort of gear, and get that welded up too in the next couple of weeks. I'll order the steel for that when I order the steel for my feature wall that I've still got to build, that'll go along the fence there and just along the side to cover the gate in. So I'll order all the steel at the one time and get it all delivered, and then yeah, just plot away and do it in my own time, and yeah, it should come up alright. Had a little bit of a tinker on the guttering today in the garage. As you know, I did my rubber seal in the last video, or the second last video. It's beautiful. Not a drop of water got in. It's been raining so heavy. I let this guttering dry out for about 4 or 5 days. We had some really good weather, and in my video I actually said that this was a 5 litre bucket. It's not, it's actually a 10 litre bucket, so I ended up getting 30 litres of water out of the gutter. But yeah, I just let it drip until there was nothing left in it, and the following day was not meant to rain, and I was going to come out here and seal up the area that I thought was leaking, and then it started raining again. So that's what all this water is here. This is all from here, not from the front door. So again, we've had a couple of days now without rain. The guttering had dried out, and then we got these little showers today. So yeah, but I took a chance anyway. I got a really long ass rivet, drilled the hole for the bigger rivet, put that in, packed the hole full of silicon, packed in underneath the bracket full of silicon and around the bracket, and riveted that in. So there's no way in a million years that's going to leak. I've still got the acro prop here because I need to unscrew this bracket here. I need to put a bit more of a I'm going to put a bit more of a bend in it to sort of push it up, and I might actually put a couple of blocks between this roof truss and the gutter and just see if that will lift at all there. There doesn't seem to be any sag in the roof on these timbers. Like there's no the only join is here, but this was always a join. There shouldn't be any sagging in the roof because this is one hell of a big ass C-section piece of steel, and that's welded to the upright on here and to the truss and to the upright and to the truss here. So, and then this one is welded to the top of that. I don't see there being enough weight between here and here to bend this. These were actually used as like bollards or smash barriers in a warehouse, so they were built big enough, you know, that they could take the impact of a forklift should a forklift hit them. There's no way it should bend, but, and as far as I can tell, I can't see any bend in it, so there's no reason why the roof should have sagged. So I'm thinking it's just got to be the gutter. The nails in the gutter are just sort of pulling away from the wood, and that's what's causing the issues. I'm hoping that by having put those wedges in on each truss, that'll stop the gutter from moving outwards anymore. And what I will do, as I said, I'll unscrew this bracket. This is an old bonnet hinge off a Falcon, and that's as tough as they come. So I'm going to take that off and try and bend it just a little bit more, and see how we go. I'll leave the acro prop in there for now because really I have nowhere else but my trailer to store these at the moment, so they can stay there. If it serves the purpose and it stops the roof from leaking, I can work around it. It'll mean I can bring my road bike in here and park it anywhere here and know that the roof's not going to leak until I can make the big modification in springtime. So yeah, just a temporary measure. Alright guys, I'll leave it here because I haven't really done much else today, and yeah, we'll see how the deck comes up over the next couple of days once I've cleaned up all the filler. Cheers.